Hola, what's up everybody? If you guys are interested in any merch, discounts, or tools that I use, please go to the first link in the description. It'll take you to my website. Stay up to date, see all the platforms that I post on, and you can also check out the tool link. Once you click on it, you go here. Everything's broken down into categories, so you can easily find whatever you're looking for. Now enjoy the video.
Hola, bienvenidos. How's it going, everybody? So today, I guess we got a little of a StackTech series to get through now. I'm gonna set a camera up in the back here and I'll show you how I have it set up real quick. I'm curious to see if it's gonna be flying around since we have no mounting plates. So that's my main concern. I also had questions on the lids, so we'll go through and test that stuff out. I'm gonna set up my action camera to record the back, see if they fall over or what happens. So, real quick, this is a setup I went with. As you can tell, labels still on, tags still on. That shows how much trust I have in this for the foreseeable future. So I did take out a pack out and it was kind of the same thing, but this is a lot bigger. That was a large toolbox, and then I had a organizer. They don't have a slim organizer, so I had to fit everything I could in that single compact one. And then that one's empty for now because I haven't figured out what to do with that. And then I got their crate on this side, which is just bungee strapped there. I had already mounted a pack out mounting plate, so I'm not going to take that out. Just going to set it on top since it's flat anyway, and just bungee corded that one and that one. Now these are, some people asked about the durability on the metal for rusting and all that. I don't know how that's going to pan out. My stuff usually stays covered. We don't work in the rain a lot, but I did scratch it up already. So I'll show it later, but I was trying to put a hook in there and I already made a big gouge there, so it's all silver in the middle. Or not, it's not that big, but I already scratched it. So those are gonna scuff up really easy. So yeah, we'll see right now. I actually have to go to do a couple errands. I'm gonna go gas up. I got a bunch of stuff to go pick up, stock up. I'm low on some stock stuff. So today is Monday. Let's go check out Lowe's, see what's on the floor, see if they have their displays finally out, because today was their like deadline. And while I'm there, we'll check out what they have out for sale on the Toughbuilt StackTech stuff. And I'm also gonna check, or I need to stock up there, so I'm also gonna just, you know, shop around. And we'll see how they hold up. I know some of you mentioned, like I said, I'll go over the stuff that you guys mentioned in the comments, but you also mentioned that I guess Toughbuilt doesn't allow comments on their YouTube. I haven't even looked at their YouTube channel, but they did actually message me that they loved the initial review. And, you know, they praised the video, but I don't know, they're probably not gonna like these last two videos, but we're not here. I'm not here to bash them, right? This is like real world use. They're actually in my work van. I know you guys want to see them in the work van, on the job site, stuff like that. So I'm trying. And yeah, you're gonna find out a lot of the inconveniences or issues with them, and just unboxing them and showing them like, oh, they work like this. That's not how it works, but hopefully they can take criticism and not be upset. So let us make our way to gas up in Lowe's. All right, and don't worry, I will show you how I set them up towards the end. It was a little bit of a hassle just because they're different sizes. I was already accustomed to the pack out, the size and style of those. But they're pretty nice. The organizers are really nice. The toolbox is a toolbox. There's not much to it. But yeah, I can use my phone to activate the camera right now. I have to go through a bumpy ass road and then exit, and then I'm going to be going on it's not a highway, so to speak, but it is high speed a high-speed road, so we'll see, you know, a lot of turns and things like that. I anticipate this thing is gonna be rocking around, and if it's not, it's gonna be sliding back and forth, because the only way I can secure this is with the bungee for now. And you know, bungees have give, and that thing is pretty heavy on its own with the metal and the steel and all that. But we'll see. I'm gonna get it on camera. We'll see how it rides. If I need to, I'll make adjustments after my first stop. And yeah, I mean, the mounting plates, I feel like should have been for sure introduced already, because where are contractors going to put these boxes? Like, they don't just live in a room in a garage. They don't. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I like to secure things down to the. I like to secure them somehow, because the roads that I take are always really bad, and I don't know. Somebody will come out with one. I'm pretty sure way before Toughbuilt actually officially does, and I think somebody was saying that they bet they're gonna have an adapter. Maybe somebody will make an adapter to do the double to single configuration, right? Because we can't even go back to a double wide box once you branch off into the ammo compact toolbox or the compact organizer. So a lot of little quirks, little issues. So I really wanted to love this system, but it's very hard. Whether you like it or not, it's very hard to compete with Packout. They have it pretty. They have a good grip on the market as far as like what's available, how they work, seamless integrations. You know, up and down. I can build a tower however I want. And yeah, so let's get out of here. Slightly, I was expecting that. Man, I guess they really don't want people buying them. I can't find them, and I have about 3 locations near me. There's 2 that are really close to me, but I haven't seen them at all. So if I get a chance, I'll stop at the other one. I didn't get to get everything that I needed here. I could only carry so much, and when I went to check out, I was like, dude, what the hell? There's no bags. It's like, oh, we ran out. So they ain't even got plastic bags here. So it's a pain in the ass to carry everything that I needed. I got a call, so I got to go to actually down the street, which is really convenient. Today was just like it's Monday. It's like a business day, invoicing, quoting, emailing, out getting stuff that I need to stock up on. It's kind of slow. I don't want to say it's slow, but it did slow down a little bit due to the weather. It's like it's already going to hit 90, but we hadn't seen that in a while. We've been over 100, 110, and now that it's like 90, going into the 80s a little bit, the calls slow down a little bit. So now we have maintenance and other stuff to keep us busy. Right now it sounds like a drain issue, so I'm gonna go take care of that real quick. All right, so someone had asked about the water. Water gets on it, right? Now I've told a couple of them in responses to their comments, like, think of it as one, or to me, think of it as one big bowl. And they asked if there was drains. There's nowhere to drain, I don't think. Yeah, so this one is IP65 waterproof, and they both are going to be like that. A lot of them have the little seal. Milwaukee has it too. So they are rated to keep water out, right? But like for us, our wet and cold season is about to come up in like January, February. You know, it's right around the corner. So what happens if you're outside? These things collect water, and you know, you're gonna start getting puddles. Now I'm pretty sure I saw somebody do this already, but you know, I was asked about it. So let's throw some on the Milwaukee. All right, Milwaukee's really shallow, but Toughbuilt, yeah, it doesn't, there's no way of draining that. So essentially you're gonna get 2 puddles here, pretty deep. It's not gonna go all the way to the top. I'm not sure if it passes through anywhere. Like right now, I don't see any water going out anywhere. So yeah, and it's still going over the top or the middle. So let's open the Milwaukee first. These should be empty, right? These are shallow, it's not crazy. So quite a bit of it gets in there, but not a whole lot. Now let's open up the Toughbuilt. It mostly goes out, but you're gonna get some water in there. Maybe I should have opened it slower, but that's the use of it, or the real world use. Not much here. Not a whole bunch more over here. But if you're trying to keep water out, yeah, it's gonna hold quite a bit. And then a lot of it just flew back. All right, so before I destroy these a little more than I'm comfortable with, let me just show you them packed out. So I was able to put my electrical connections in here, but again, I came from the wide storage, which was the low profile parts organizer from the pack out Milwaukee stuff. I had to condense it a lot, right? So this is the only one they have available, and I really didn't want to get 2, so I kind of just put as much as I could in this one. I wish they would give you 4 sections maybe to each one, because they are a lot deeper and you get to pack a lot more in, because you can go all the way to the top, like that wire nut one, the orange one. Those are all the way to the top, and I can't do that with pack outs, but here I can. So they're a lot deeper, and you'll see that on the next one too. But I can put more in it, even though I personally don't need that much. So if I had more sections here, this could actually hold quite a bit more, or as much as a wide parts organizer from Milwaukee. So here is well, it's just their organizer. It's pretty deep though. So here, I just stocked up. I haven't put everything back in, but I have a lot of PVC piping. I have some liquid tight connections for my electrical. I have primer and glue. I have my PVC cutters, something to clear out the drains with. And I'll put more in here. I don't have my traps or anything, but this I can fill up quite a bit. So as you can see, I mean, I'm not taking up any real estate right now. And once I do fill it up, I'm probably gonna fill it up like halfway. I don't carry that much PVC on me. It's just for quick repairs or quick repipes. But yeah, and then I got one more over there. All right, and on this one, this is the toolbox that I normally use for like installs or change outs. So in here, utilizing the trays. Now the trays I kind of don't like. I have my traps here for copper, right? I have some extra copper pieces, and I threw the wire that didn't fit in the organizer. I threw just some spare wire in there, right? Sometimes I need jumpers or whatever. And I'll throw little pieces up in these trays. But the Milwaukee one, it's the same, essentially the same handle, but you get a flat or a flatter, wider pass through. So sometimes I can lay like these, I can lay kind of just snug underneath the handle, and they'll go through. There'll be bigger items that I can wedge in here for like copper that I can't do here because you're very limited, and I don't know what these little sections here are for. I guess you can utilize that if you need to, but I wouldn't throw little pieces in here. And then I have a bunch of like screws and different things over there. And then in here I have wiring that I might need. I always go and buy some when we need that. Thermostat wiring, my whips go in here. I just bought all that stuff, so I need to put all that in here, but that's the large toolbox. And what someone else had mentioned to me was being able to open them while they're stacked, which was not really something I did, especially with the tower. I had to break it down to get to things, but something like this setup, back here I had the Milwaukee counterparts, right? I had a large toolbox, and then I had what essentially was a thinner parts organizer like this with two more, one low profile wide one and one low profile compact one. So I essentially had three on top of it. But if I needed like a little piece of wire or a conduit, or the other day I grabbed a disconnect. I keep disconnects in here too. Like I said, for change outs and new equipment. But I don't think you can open. Okay, so if you move the handle up, because I don't think without doing that, you can't close it back up though. So yeah, access to it is something else. I mean, you can, it's just like some of them, like this one, since there's nothing to move out of the way, I can't get that open all the way. I mean, if I force it maybe, but I got one hand here. And then if I were to lift this up, yeah, you're not gonna be able to close them back up. So you'd have to undo it real quick. So I don't know, if you're somebody who likes to get access to them while they're stacked, you kind of can. And then you gotta kind of do that number to close it back up. All right, and I went through the comments. You know, I was trying to showcase any concerns, you know, if you had questions, or you wanted to know how it dealt with certain things. That's kind of what the video was today. And I'll look through the comments again, but this might be the last thing for this video. Is, you know, a lot of guys go and they do construction, or they do work around the house. Somebody asked me about, you know, the sheetrock dust getting in between the boxes, and then, you know, this mechanism, if it's going to work, or how well it's going to work. And, you know, dirt on construction sites, you know, stuff like that, because you guys are going to be rolling these out to the job site and working on stuff like that. Personally, I'm a service HVAC tech. I do a little bit of installs and stuff like that, to where, you know, I might take some of the smaller boxes for electrical work, you know, doing my whips, my disconnects, setting stuff in place, and I do a lot of brazing, you know, stuff like that. I'm not a construction guy whatsoever, but, you know, we got dirt. I can throw dirt on there and see what it does. I don't have any sheetrock dust, but, you know, we'll shovel up some dirt. My dog does a really good job of doing that anyway, and it's gonna be painful for me to do, but we're gonna put dirt in here. We'll see if it gets caught up or anything like that, how well this little mechanism works. I'm not gonna go too crazy with it, but you know, we'll try it out. And then I know I made it probably seem bigger than what it was. As soon as I touched the hook here, because that's where I put the bungee strap, I felt and heard that little scratch. I was like, oh shit. So I mean, it's metal. It's painted metal. It's black. They're gonna paint these or whatever. So if you go in you know, scuff it up, it's gonna show scratches, and you're gonna see the silver underneath. All right, guys. So got our dirt here. Let's try and spread this out. Right. I'm not gonna leave all the dirt on there because that's not realistic. But let's shake some of it off. All right, so what happens after there's been some dirt? You know, it gets, like today, it's really windy. You want to go back to put this on. Okay, with a shit. Okay, it took some force, but it locked. Oh no, it didn't. It's like in the middle there, but let's take off more dirt. You can see where the pattern is, where it's trying to like squeeze in there. All right, let's shake it off. Now it's more reasonable. And now it locks. Gotta remember that orientation. Put the back feet in first and then clip it or slide it in a little bit. So, okay, really quick. You can still see where it's like really pressing up against the plate there, or the top, just with a minimal dirt. It has to be like super flush. So we'll see how that holds up, but yeah, as long as it's not like a crazy amount, because it will interfere a little bit, you're okay. Man, you guys are really making it tough for me to be able to return these things. I haven't decided yet. I'm gonna keep them in the van. Like I said, you can tell that the tags are still on there. I'm not ashamed to say that, but if they don't work, I'm not gonna waste my money on them. I did buy these myself, try to get the whole lineup. The only thing I did not get, I think I forgot to mention, was they have a tote, like a tool bag tote. I actually do have one from Milwaukee that I use for a vacuum pump and a bunch of like the vacuum hoses that we use to vacuum out system line sets, you know, refrigerant wise. Just if you guys are new here, if you don't know, I do HVAC. So if you are new here, please consider subscribing, you know, dropping a like. If you guys have any other concerns or questions about the StackTech, obviously you can see I'm more than happy to show you. It's a new product that's out. They got a lot of catching up to do. It's not as bad as I thought it would be today. You know, going into today, I kind of was like, okay, I got all these comments. I need to try this, try that. Is it really that bad? It's not as bad as I thought it would have gone, but these are little things that you need to think of, right? I feel like the pack out, it's a little bit easier to get in and out of it if there's a couple of them stacked up, like the organizers, because I like to keep like a large toolbox in the back and a couple of the low profiles on top. And if I can open it and get my disconnect that I need, my whip that I need, whatever it is, without disturbing the next ones, and having access to it, you know, that's great for me. That's a new layout that I had just done. I hadn't done it in my other van. In my other van, it was all tower, and I had to break it down to get to stuff. And this time I kind of separated into several different towers. Like I have 2 towers, and then I got 2 crates. So when I went to open up like the Milwaukee one, I was like, oh, I can leave the stuff on there. It was actually really helpful. So a little bit of a drawback if that's something that you do where you need to open one without taking off the next one. You saw the little workaround that I had, or you got to break it down. Either way, some people that might not be a deal breaker for, but it is what it is. I'll be trying them out for work. I used it today. For work, I had to use the plumbing one at a drain line to kind of fix up. So pretty happy with it for the most part, storage. And then the crates I think are awesome. The crates are really big. I was able to fit way more versus the Milwaukee one. Those I think are really cool. And I don't know if I would say I'm impressed, but I'm actually surprised that they did not fall over or move around. With some bungees, they held on to the sides really well. Like I didn't have an issue with them falling over. So just keep that in mind, because there's no mounting plates whatsoever. I'm assuming third-party stuff will get made well before Toughbuilt has their next wave, whenever that comes out. That'll probably be spring. So just keep that in mind too. I like to use the mounting plates for the Milwaukee stuff. It's a little more secure. I have some in the front too. So if that's something you need, they don't have that yet. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you have any other questions. I'll see you guys.